Good morning, come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited about today's video. Welcome to the 2023 Newmar London Aire. Brand new floor plan, lots of fantastic new options. Again, my name is Katie O'Neill. I'm at 303-562-8659. And you can find us 5 days a week, 3 times a day, doing a truck, trailer, or RV video on Facebook live, or you can go to our YouTube channel and look for us at TTTRV. And if you like my videos, you can find me at RVs Inside Out, because as usual, I like to start from the inside out. So Jody, go ahead and take her on back. So why am I excited? I'm always excited. My job is super awesome. I get to do a lot of really fun things. But today is particularly amazing because we are looking at a 2023 London Aire. This is one of 3 new floor plans. This is the 4521, and this is stock number 5N220581. Again, 5N220581, and this unit is available. So if you're interested in buying this RV, please reach out during the video. Leave some comments down below. Send me a text message, shoot me an email, whatever you'd like to do, because I promise you, this is a fantastic RV just in time for the camping season. And I've got the engine running, Jody. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and run up front and turn it off real quick just so it's quieter. And folks, that's one of the things that's really cool about this RV. This is a diesel pusher. Of course, this is one of the big daddies. This has got the 605 horsepower. It's got you know, a ton of low-end torque. It's got a 20,000 pound towing capacity. And one of the things that's nice about it is that your generator is in the front and your engine is in the back. So we'll take a look at that later. Some things I really wanted to cover today. Take a look at the size of this shower. So this is a 50 by 34 inch shower. As you can see, really nice features like the linear drain down below. I love this tweed looking tile. Having these towel bars on the outside of the door is also fantastic. The wall-mounted shampoo, conditioner, and body wash is another great feature. The overhead rain shower is also a nice feature. The teak bench, which holds, for people who've been asking, 220 pounds, is just a really nice way to be able to, you know, wash your feet, shave your legs at the end of the day. And then a great shelf here to keep your toiletries. Another one down below. And then you see here the Shower Miser water saving system. So this AquaView system, what it does is it actually recycles your fresh water back into the freshwater tank whenever you've got this dial switched over. And then as soon as that water's hot, you can go ahead and turn it back over and get in the shower at that point, so you're not wasting your gray water or black water. So you've got an 80-gallon gray water tank here and 100 gallons of fresh water. What's really nice about that is, you know, for me, I have a 60-gallon gray water tank. It takes me out for about a week. So an 80-gallon gray water tank in conjunction with your AquaView system will really allow you to go boondocking much longer. And today we're going to talk about some things that really make this a revolutionary new product for Newmar. Of course, in 2021 we came out with the King Aire with the dual lithium-ion battery pack. It was our first step into lithium-ion batteries. This coach today has the optional lithium-ion battery pack. That's going to give us 2 lithium-ion batteries, an extra inverter, and then this also has the solar pack. So this is a coach that not only is great for anyone who's looking for a residential experience in a park, but maybe a residential experience out in the wilderness. If you're going to BLM land, or maybe you found a nice beach with a, you know, secluded driveway that you could park on and stay for a week, this is your coach as well. So really, really exciting new RV for Newmar, and one of our first steps into Lithionics. So all of that being said, there are also some great new features in this RV, but there's some good tried and true things that we've done for a long time. So for instance, this touchless, you know, flush system, our emergency egress door. So one of the things that's really nice about this is if there's an emergency and you need to escape, there's a ladder right here underneath this magnetic cover that deploys. It can also be brought back in, so you could use it and not have to replace it. But if you just wanted to load your toiletries in and all of your, you know, linens and such before you hit the road, it's a really nice access point. Another thing that's really, nice, tried and true with Newmar is in this floor plan, we still have all of this additional storage back here. So a ton of extra storage. Carpet lined floors, of course, to prevent the rattles. This beautiful dark mirrored door, so looking both classy but also nice to be able to see your reflection. And then as you can see, our LED light illuminates and shows you where we have our additional hanging space, and then our carpet lined shoe cubbies, which just make a ton of additional room in this end cap in the back. So really, really nice feature there. Another great feature that we've done for a long time, we have these really nice medicine cabinets. They are carpet lined once again, all of this to prevent rattles. Just really, really brilliant engineering on Newmar's part. And then this backlit mirror is something that really has given us the ability to have this beautiful convex roof line here, giving you a ton of space in this cathedral ceiling. I have our fan on up right here in the back right now. This is, of course, a Dometic fan, and it has the rain sensor on it. So, typical things in Newmar fashion. And it's really hard when there's so many new features not to get overly excited and to forget to show you all of the great features that we always have, like our 110 outlets, our soft close full extension drawers. This is the sable maple, and this is a high gloss finish. This is a very decadent look. I'm absolutely a dark wood fan, so this is totally my style. And this is going to be the Hayworth, which is a new interior for us. We also have a new gray wood that you could order as well. So if you're into those grays, which are really trendy right now, we have that available for you too. And then our robe hook up here. I love the new placement of the robe hook. And then Jody, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you go to the back. I'll trade places with you. We can first of all show off our Splendide stackable washer and dryer. And then down below, we also have a great tray to keep your laundry soap, your pods, your dryer sheets, all of those things. But I also wanted to show you, because I know we have that dark mirrored closet, but one of the things that's super nice about this coach as well is you have a full length mirror. Hi, Jody. See, if I had told him I was going to do that, he wouldn't have stood there and done that. So I've got to trick him into it. So come on into this bathroom. Let's talk about differences. So first and foremost, in 2022, we had quite a few differences that came in this sheet. So every year, Newmar does a great job at sending out literature to inform us of some of the things that they've done. But really the best way to understand what's different about a coach is to have one, or to get into it and just start pushing buttons. So I bought a 2022 Newmar Superstar at the end of last year, and it's been fantastic to get out and go camping in it. But one thing I can tell you I really like about this London Aire, which completely puts it leagues above mine, is this system right here. So I'm at the home screen. It's pretty exciting. I mean, it tells you your gray water, fresh water, black water tank. It shows you your battery charge. You can go into your AC power and see what you're running on your inverters. You'll notice you've got inverter 1 and inverter 2. Note that this is an optional feature that comes with that Lithionix package. Otherwise, you would have 8 AGM batteries. In this configuration, you have 2 Lithionix batteries and the ability for a third, and I'll show you that later. There's your DC power, so you can see what we're using. Here's your generator, so I can go ahead and hit manual start. That would go ahead and crank my generator and turn that on. As you can see, we just started my generator. I wanted to do that so that I can show you the dishwasher and some other features a little bit later. But here's your water, right? So you can see your water pump, your autofill. Your climate control is really nice. So you have all of your different zones. You can set it, as you can see, to day, night, return, or away. So you can actually have this set so that when you come and go, it's a really simple touch of a button. The block heater is here. Batteries is here. So this is really fun. You can actually see your charge state. You can see the temperature. All of these features right here on the screen. And there's another one of these up front as well. But this is new. So coach mode is something that we've had in the King Aire in the past. Active camping, outdoor unplugged, that's us. So should hit activate. And then you see that you have indoor unplugged, indoor plugged in. So this actually turns everything on and off according to what you should have done when you're outdoor and unplugged. And then there's active camping as well. So as you can see, when you do this, it checks your boxes for you and it changes everything, taking that kind of mystery over, you know, what should I turn on, turn off. So a really nice feature that we have coach mode available in the 2023 London Aire. Floor heat, so you do have 3-zone floor heat standard in the London Aire. This is in store mode. These go all the way up to 10, so you can turn that heat on. Of course, it's really nice today. I think it snowed 24 inches 3 days ago, but whatever. Colorado has ADHD when it comes to weather. And there's your vent fans, and so I told you I had the one in the back on, so I can go ahead and just turn that off right here. And I can turn that off here. So it's so cool. I mean, at a touch of a button, I can activate all of my fans. And then I love this feature. So this is brand new, where we have a zone. I can choose the front zone, the middle zone, the bedroom zone, or the bathroom zone. And so for instance, if I'm in the bedroom zone, you can go ahead and pan down, Jody, to show these shades right here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit all bed day will retract and lift up and show you our emergency exit. It's also showing you that I have the Carefree Awning extended. That's another new feature. They took it out of the cabinet and unhid it for me, which is great because I'm always searching. But I can hit all night, and then my shades go down all at night. So, or I can do individuals. So it's just super cool that I can actually go into my shade system. And then another thing that I think is really amazing is I can go in here and look at this. I can turn all of my lights on. I can turn all of my lights off. I have my slide control, so I can put them dim if I would like to. I can set any of them throughout the entire coach, all from one screen, including the screen in the front. So this made my life so much easier when I got in here this morning, because I could go through and set all of my lights just at this one control panel. So I really, really like that a lot. And you know, like I said, Newmar's always looking to get better. And it's really hard because they are already a fantastic manufacturer. But so you've got your cabinet storage up here. Again, this is a brand new floor plan, so pretty excited about that. Another feature I really like about this coach is, you know, if you're like me, I am constantly looking for a small drawer where I can keep, you know, my smaller things, like my, you know, rings, jewelry, things along those lines. So you have all of these drawers are soft close, as you would expect. You've got everything that you need set up here for your 4K smart TV. Also, if you wanted to have satellite, if you want to put, you know, a Wally in here, any of those things, you've got HDMI cords, everything's pre-wired. But you have all these great drawers, and what that does is it's given you the ability to have all of these big drawers for your larger storage. But you know, you've got, you know, jewelry, things along those lines. You've got a place to keep everything now where it doesn't get kind of lost. Now, there we go. We pull this out. What's even more fantastic is that back here behind this television you have additional storage, so you can put all that top shelf, you know, your bottle of Dom Perignon back here. No, I'm just kidding. Gosh, why do I talk about champagne all the time? Okay, and then look at this, a new location for your safe. So this is super cool. I had somebody who went online and they were like, it's 159. And I was like, yeah, that's the generic code to open it. You can set it to be your own setting after you buy it. So change yours from 159 because there's a guy who's really excited about it online. Hey guy, hope you're watching. Okay, so love that. Again, they've taken the awning control out of the mystery place. They put it right here on the wall next to their slide out controls. And you still have all your touch pads, but you'll notice that here in the bedroom you have an all lights off feature. We haven't had that before, except for in 2022. They put it here above the headboard on another one of your silver leaf control pads right here. But what's nice is now you actually can turn it off there or here. So if you're in bed and you forgot to turn your speakers off, there's switches right here, but you can also turn all the lights in the coach off. Here you have two 110 outlets, all carpet lined storage once again. So we love that. There's also grommets here, so you could have a cord running through if you wanted to have your laptop charging or anything along those lines. Your nightstands, of course, have this little pass-through here, so that was something that we came out with in 2022. There are USB ports and 110 outlets underneath, but you can also run those wires through. And where that's important is for anybody who's got a CPAP machine. I actually sold a King Air to a cardiologist who said, Katie, don't tell people to put their CPAP machine above because it's supposed to be at or below your heart level. So you actually have room on either side for your CPAP machine, and you can run your cord. Now, I did take one of the chairs out today because one of the most exciting features about this RV, in that it's this new floor plan, is that we've actually been able to put a booth dinette on the passenger side. So if you'll see here, we've got these two table leaf extensions. Those will be important later. We also, of course, have our Sleep Number mattress. So that's the pump in the back left-hand corner there. And this is one of the additional chairs. But before I put this up, see these little lights down below? So this courtesy lighting, you'll find this located throughout the coach, and it's really, really nice. And there's another one I wanted to point out. It's right back here in the bathroom. So it's just so cool that Newmar has all of these features that would be, you know, ultra high-end homes would have these things, and you have them here in your RV, and it just makes for such a nice living experience. It's so easy to feel comfortable in this RV. So I have my measuring tape out. I don't need anything so far. If you have requests for measurements, I do have that with me today. But you know, there's so much new about this coach. One of the things that they've done, so not only do you have your beautiful, you know, rubber shelf at full extension shelves, right? But new for 2023, we've also given you a place to keep all of your cutting boards, to keep all of your stove covers. So there's storage here underneath in this cabinet, and that's a great new feature. And that's just a reflection of Newmar really listening to their clientele and finding out what we don't have that they need, and getting that integrated into the coach. Now, of course, you've got this fantastic residential refrigerator, meat and cheese drawer, you know, collapsible shelf, so you've got more room for tall bottles, larger items, you know, just great storage. Of course, you've got your indoor water dispenser with a filter. And now we do have the Dometic outside, but also you have a ton of freezer storage here on the inside. And so this is a bath and a half model, and you'll notice that as we go down here, there's no carpet on this slide. It's really difficult for me to remember to talk about all of the things that are standard. So more floor comes on the Dutch Star model and up. And so more floor is what allows us to use our partnership with HWH, which is a hydraulic system. That hydraulic system allows us to have a floor that rises up above the floor and then slides in, so we don't need to have carpet in this unit, which is a really great feature. And you know, when you start talking about all the new 2023 features, that's just a fantastic feature that you can get in a Newmar. So this bath and a half model also has a very common feature in our product line, which is this pivoting door. This is designed so that you have access to your bathroom no matter where you are. So one of the things that's super nice about this, and I wanted to kind of show you, so this is without the mirror light on, and I can actually turn this mirror light on. Look at how much more light you get. It's just incredible. And then there's also these accent lights down below. It's just such a glorious setup here. So if you turned your mirror lights on, you could just still have this nice soft glow. Of course, you've got this seamless undermount sink, really beautiful faucets, lots of storage underneath, another huge drawer here. So whomever's up first making coffee has a full bathroom to get ready in. And I love new little features like this, this little outlet, which you can just pop back up here and stow away. So if you don't need it, just hide it. Of course, we've got fantastic storage here, as well as here. I mean, look at the size of this medicine cabinet. So incredibly roomy. Now, for those of you who are bored to tears right now, Brian Moritz, one of my very favorite colleagues, did this video just a little while back. So there's a shorter version that doesn't cover as much. For me, I'm really trying to help prepare you for your purchase so that when you come out and pick up your London Aire from me, you know where to put everything. If you're looking for a shorter version, though, we'll have that for you as well. I talk about this a lot, as you can see. So one of the things that really shows off a manufacturer is their attention to detail. Look at your fuse box is so well labeled. Everything is, it's actually printed on a little sticker. It's amazing as to how detailed Newmar is when they assemble these coaches, and it's a real testament to the quality and manufacturing prowess that we have. After having done this for so long, and fortunately or unfortunately, there's just not a lot of competition out there for Newmar at this point in this big diesel bus segment. There's just, when you have a chance to be around a lot of different products, if you're looking for a Class A, other than going to a Prevost, which is also a line that we carry here at Newmar, or here at Transwest, this is really kind of the cat's meow, if you will. So here is a hose attachment location for your intervac system, and then also you'll note that you have your kick plate, very conveniently located, and then just like these nice touches with these chair rails, with your mirror extensions. You'll find those in the back of the house as well. I am going to bring this rear bedroom in so that we can kind of see what this storage is like. If you didn't tune in earlier, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll be able to see this coach with all of the slides extended. I do want to show you what Hayworth looks like with all of the slides pulled in. It's a beautiful, very, very soft feeling color palette. Very much, it's not camouflage, but it has all of those blues and greens and grays, and it's very subtle. So I think that they did a really nice job in giving us something. I've got a really flashy coach. Mine's a solid white, so mine's like, wow, boom, pop, bam. This is a very classy, demure look. So look at how deep this storage is. So this is so exciting. We've never had our coach with the kitchen on the driver's side. So I always tell people, business in the back, party in the front. And what's so nice about this is when you're cooking, you can still see what's going on behind you. You still have, this great access point to your true induction cooktop. Of course, we have our cutting boards in the oven, or the stove covers as usual. This is always removable for us. One of the things that's nice about these true induction cooktops is that if you're making, let's say you've caught some fresh trout, or you're making bacon and you don't want the coach to stink, all you have to do is take those outside, and there's plenty of outlets in the bay storage outside, so you can cook right from outside. And then one of the other things I wanted to just show off, and this is the second year we've had this, no, it's not even the second, it might be more than that, but I love this glass tile backsplash. It's so classy, so beautiful. And then I'm in the middle of building a home for my RV right now. Yeah, that happens. 29 and a half, almost 30-inch counter depth. That's better counter depth than I have in my new house. And again, we talked about all of these full extension soft close drawers, but look at how nice these are manufactured. And one of the things that's important to understand is on this London Aire, you've got the dovetail construction. And that's something that we've seen, mitigated during, COVID to save time and money. Little details like this are, omitted, and it's just so fantastic that the Amish, community builds our RVs, in Indiana, and out in Napanee. When you go to visit, there's just so much pride and craftsmanship, so much community around Newmar. So many people that work at that manufacturer that take great pride in what they create for us. So we're just so lucky. But here's your gigantic dishwasher. Great place to just use as a drying rack. You can store big pots and pans while you're on the road. Of course, your silverware drawer is already separated for you. There are a ton of remotes. So your Girard awning has 2 awnings, which is really nice. So this is your control for that. Your Bose 900 soundbar has a controller, another controller for your outside soundbar. All of your Samsung TVs are smart TVs. And then this coach has the optional universal remote, which I would never program or use, but if you think you have the time, then you do it. I guess if it's rainy or something and you've got nothing else to do and you didn't bring a Monopoly game with you, then go ahead and program your remotes. No, I'm sure they're useful. I should have a better attitude about universal remotes. Universal toll modules I love, by the way, so if you ever want to talk about those, give me a holler.
I have a customer asking about the MSRP on this.
Oh, the MSRP. So do me a favor, my number is 303-562-8659, or you can find me at katie.o'neill, so katie.o'neill at transwest.com. Send me a quick email and I'll send that to you. I can actually send you the original list. I happen to have strategically placed in the coach a bunch of them, but we are not allowed to discuss MSRP on this platform. Unfortunately, Facebook is fine, but when we get to YouTube, it causes a lot of disclaimer issues for us. So I would be more than happy to give you the MSRP. I just emailed right over to you, but you'll have to reach out to me after the video. Or right now, you can send me that email and I'll get to you as soon as I'm done. This won't take much longer, I promise. I'm so glad you're watching, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so everyone knows this is my favorite drawer, the scrubby brush drawer. I thought Brian was so nice because he was like, why don't people realize you need a trash can in your RV? And you know what, that's so true. Like, this is a perfectly sized trash can, and you'll notice that you've got your covers for your sink over here as well. And then of course with your additional breadboard storage, you could put those stove covers in as well. But you know, just being able to get all the way to the back of the cabinet without getting down on your hands and knees, I mean, this is nicer than most homes. And of course, we're looking again at these courtesy lights, which are underneath this kitchen. And if you can imagine getting up late at night in a hopefully very secluded, dark, beautiful wooded area, it's so nice to have this soft glow so you can kind of see where you're going, you know, and you know, maybe getting out those milk and cookies or going for that late night ice cream. Okay, so this is so exciting. Just for those of you who are curious, this is the only option for the dinette. There is no table and chairs, so it's a booth dinette only in this particular floor plan. There's a total of 6 London Aires. So if this doesn't work for you, don't worry, we have others. But I wanted to show you, first of all, there's storage on both sides underneath. So that's really nice. Oh look, I found carpet. That's the only carpet in the coach, folks. If you get that dirty, you're talented. But this is so cool. So we all know the saying in the RV industry, we have drinks for 6, dinner for 4, and sleeps 2. This coach will sleep 4. But you could have dinner for 6 really easily at this table. I wanted to show this to you with the full extension. I mentioned earlier that you saw those 2 leaves. But what's so nice about this is if you're sitting here having breakfast, the kids are out front, you know, squirt gun fight, you know, maybe painting rocks, whatever they might be doing while they're camping. If you would like to know more about painting rocks, please let me know. I've got a great camping activity for you. But it's just so cool that you could have your dining room with your window on this side in this coach with your Moore floor. So that's a really special new feature for us, which I just love. So love this new dining area. Also, again, fantastic storage here for all of your, you know, tableware, all your dishes, glassware, all of those things. Just so nice to have all this storage. We brought these sconces back again. They're fantastic little bubble sconces. I think they're so cute. And then you'll note that we have 110 outlets right here as well. So you've got charging devices. So if you are working from the road, you also have them here on the inside. And that has 2 USB ports as well. So now let's get to the party part of the bus. So this is super cool. I've got the TV up, I've got the televator up right now. This is the recliner option. So you can do a full-size 87-inch couch here. You could do a theater seat, or you can do the recliners. And what's nice about the recliners, am I gonna have problems with this again? I'm really bad at recliners, you guys, just so you know. Apparently I don't like recliners. Okay, so here we go. So what's really nice about the recliners is they are designed so you can push them all the way against the wall, but you can actually pull them off of the wall and give yourself more of an angle, and they swivel. So these are movable. Our theater seats are stationary. And then of course our couch has an optional ottoman feature. And when I say you can put these all the way against the wall, I mean, I'm not kidding. You can really get these all the way tucked in. They won't tip over while they're driving. If your recliner tips over while you're driving, you have a lot more problems than your recliners tipping over. Okay, so now we're gonna go here to systems. So we're just gonna go to the house feature. We're gonna hit systems, and then we're gonna go TV lift down. And you'll see, look at the size of these windows. This is just so incredibly beautiful. Love that. And then for those of you that are really into textiles and that tactile feel, the material that they've chosen this year is so decadent. I challenge you to not use this throw pillow. In fact, come buy this RV, tell me you don't like the interior decor, and give me all the throw pillows, because I will so put this in my next house. The materials are just fantastic this year. Really, really great job on Newmar's part. Now, of course, I always like to convert. Oh, look at my recliners out. That's pretty funny. Just so you know, folks, if I don't break a couch during a video, I haven't had a good day. All right, so take a look at this though. So this is so cool. First of all, you got your seat belts, right? So underneath, and then you just flip this forward. This is the easiest bed to make ever. And then you put your cushions back against the back so your pillows don't fall down. As we talked about earlier, lots of outlets, USB ports here as well. Everyone can charge their phones. But this is so nice because this is such a big, nice, firm, just so you know, it's not a soft pushy. It's a nice firm mattress, and it's really comfortable. And the way that it's broken up, it really supports your hip right here and your elbow. So this is very, very comfortable. The brakes are in the right place so that you don't feel like you're sleeping in a crevice. So just a great design again on behalf of Newmar, and super, super easy to deploy and to retract. As you can see, just drop that down. Really, really easy. So again, this is just such an exciting RV. It's got so many great new features. This control panel is really, honestly, like one of the most important things to me. Your Bose 900 soundbar is of course nice. That of course can be for your surround sound for your TV. It could also just be hooked up to your phone if you wanted to just listen to maybe a little Led Zeppelin while you're making breakfast, you know, whatever you feel like. And I think we've covered, let me look at my notes. Hayworth interior and exterior, sable maple high gloss. Talked about the large shower, 30 by 50, and 100 gallons of fresh water, 80 gallons gray, 60 gallon sewage tank. I don't think I mentioned that. I don't know if I've mentioned, in fact, I'm pretty sure I haven't, that this is a tankless hot water heater, as well as a tankless, or I shouldn't say tankless, a hydronic heating system. So the way that that works, hydronic heat is not the same as your floor heat. So this does have 3-zone electric floor heat in the floor that is electric. So that's completely different than your Oasis System's hydronic feature. So when you're plugged in, you can run your coach on AC1 or AC2. That's either a 9-burner or a 9-burner coil in your tank, or 2 at AC2, or you can go to a diesel burner. So a diesel burner would be without 50 amp or without running your generator. You could run your hydronic heat off of your diesel tank, and what that's doing is it's actually heating your hydronic fluid and running it in a tube underneath the coach and then pushing air on top of it. So you have 3 15,000 BTU air conditioners, air conditioning in your ducted air conditioning system here on this London Aire. They all have heat tape that will allow the air to be warmed as it's coming through them, but they really only work to about 35 degrees, 40 degrees. After that, the air that's being pushed through them starts to actually be kind of cold, if you will. So the next choice, of course, is you can turn your heated floors on, or you can run your hydronic system. Both of those options are really nice because they're quiet. And of course, that's a really big deal for a lot of people when you're camping, to be able to have things be quiet. It's also one of the things that's super nice. Right now, I know you don't know it, but I have your 12.5 kilowatt Onan quiet diesel generator running. So you can't hear that right now. In fact, the only thing I can hear is just a very soft blowing from the air conditioning unit, keeping us nice and cool. So big feature here that you have hydronic heat, in-floor heat, and then also that fantastic 12.5 kilowatt generator. So we've talked about those things. By the way, that's a 50,000 BTU heater system, so that's pretty fantastic. Okay, so I think we're going to move to the front. We've talked about the Euro booth, and I think that one of the other things I think that's so excited is, of course, the new wood color. So having a gray wood is nice. One of the things I really like about the London Aire, I love this muddled gray backdash. I'm not a big wood person, so like I have walnut in my kitchen, but it's stained dark black. So I like dark stuff. So this is a really cool cockpit, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and turn our generator off, so I can still do that manually up front here. And then I'm going to go ahead and start our coach. So there was a video on a London Aire probably a year ago where I couldn't start the RV, and I didn't know it at the time, but by pushing the lock and unlock button, it made the key connect to the system, and the RV started right away. So if you ever get to the point where you've been sitting around in your coach and you go to start it and you push the start button and it doesn't work, push your unlock button. Another fun feature, I had a client who came in and she was in the middle of a driving lesson and she couldn't get her RV to go into drive on her Allison transmission. So she had the same looking Allison transmission with reverse, neutral, and drive. And she was trying to put it in drive and it kept flashing 6. Well, she didn't have her foot on the brakes, so it wouldn't engage into a gear. So if you're watching, I won't mention your name. I know you were really kind of embarrassed about that. But these are all just great little, cues and things that are nice to know in case you run into them on the road. All of that being said, the way that we solved that problem is we made a quick video and we texted it to Bill Habercorn. So when you pick up your RV from Transwest, not only do you get an orientation with either Tim Frank or Wade Phoenix, where you get to come in. We have a campground on site, so you come in, you get your lesson. And then we bring you into the campground. You can see there's a whole bunch of people camping right now over here in this back parking lot. But so we bring you into the campground, we plug you into 50 amps so you can kind of get your sea legs on. But on top of that, your purchase comes with access to a gentleman who is literally like a walking encyclopedia. His name is Bill Habercorn. And he's so amazing because you send him a text and he knows. It's like I think he could see an RV with his eyes closed. I mean, it's just amazing how talented he is. But so not only do you have this fantastic support network from Newmar that has 800 number that you can call, that has a phone that goes to after hours people, an email system, but you also have another line of defense and keeping you on the road and happy during your camping trip, and that's Bill Habercorn. So it's a really good reason to buy your RV from one of our 4 locations. We have 3 here in Colorado. Another great reason is that we have access to so many fantastic places to start your camp trip. So if you're from the East Coast or you're from the West Coast or you're from the South, It doesn't matter. I have so many people that have picked up their RVs from Louisiana and Texas and Pennsylvania and New Jersey because they don't have to drive all the way out here to see Rocky Mountain National Park or to go to Glacier National Park or to go down to Santa Fe. They can start right here in the center of this beautiful country and camp on their way home instead of all the way out and back around. So we also have Jackson Hole, we have Wyoming. I mean, there's just so many places to camp out here. Okay, so one of the things that's super nice about this RV, of course, is going to be the fact that we have this great camera system. So if I push this button here, you'll see I can see above the RV. So when I'm backing up, if I'm going to run over a rock, I can do it on purpose instead of on accident. And then I can just change all my camera controls. So there's, say hi to Cherish, everybody. Hi, Cherish. She's helping us do our videos right now. If you didn't know, this takes a huge team of people to make things happen. You can see all of our bay doors are open. So this is like a great security system. Like if I want to be able to see what's going on around my RV, I have all of this access right here at the touch of a button. So you think that that's the most exciting thing? No, that's not it. There's more. There's more. Trailer mode. No, I'm not even kidding. Like that's pointing down, showing you where you're like linking up your Jeep. It's just so cool. But no, there's absolutely more. Voice control button, which is great now. So if I want to tell the coach to do something, I've got voice control. Uh-oh, it's mad at me. Here we go. So back to the media center. What is new about this that we don't have, that we've never had before? We have Apple CarPlay. So not only do we have navigation here, and this is going to be Nav and Go, which is a really nice upgraded navigation system, but you also have Apple CarPlay. So if you want to listen to a podcast or you want to use Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever you're most used to, having Apple CarPlay integrated into this system is so cool. So there's also, you can see here, the lane tracking package. This is definitely a difference between the London Aire and the Mountain Aire. So when you step up, Jody, I don't know if you can see that, but that little orange triangle on the right hand side is actually showing that one of our 6 sensors is detecting something to the right of us. Another thing that's really nice about this coach is that you have your turn signal, which flashes. So if you are turning or trying to get over, somebody who doesn't get out of your way is just being a jerk, because they can totally see that flashing in your mirror. Another great feature here. So we're going to go through some of these features on the settings here. One of the things I really like to talk about, you've got your standard TPMS sensors. That's going to be Dutch Star and on up, where you actually have these integrated sensors in your wheels. Your active cruise control, so this is going to be using your Mobileye. You can set this to follow the vehicle in front of you with a stopping distance of 3.3 or 3.6 seconds. So if you're going through downtown Chicago and you want to be in the slow lane and you just want to follow someone, you can set this coach to follow them in traffic, and it will actually accelerate and brake for you, as well as on those longer distances. But one of the things I think, air leveling, that's super nice as well. Brightness, messages, if you had any kind of issues, settings. Okay, so let's go into settings. So comfort drive, I don't know if you can see that here. I know when I watch these videos, it's a little bit harder to see things than I can see them with my own eyes sitting in the seat, so I'll just walk you through it. This is set to 3, and what comfort drive does is when this coach has got the wheel turned all the way to the right, it wants to go back to center. And this is the same as when you are driving down the road. This coach wants to be going down the middle of the road. So if I turn it, you'll notice it just keeps going back to the middle. And so what this is doing is this is actually fighting the wind for you. So driver fatigue is a real thing. It causes problems, of course. You're driving for 3, 6, 8 hours a day, trying to get from one location to that next campground. This will help you to not have that driver fatigue. And comfort drive is something that you're going to find from any of our diesel pushers. So Ventana all the way up. That in combination with the Star Foundation is really, really just fantastic. Of course, it doesn't hurt that this coach has got a 605 horsepower Cummins ISX, and that it's got a 20,000 pound towing capacity, and it's built on that Spartan chassis. All of those things, of course, help as well. But this glass dash with this really clear, concise visibility, also telling you how many miles per hour you're going right here, so you can see a digital speed limit. Hopefully you're not getting speed limits in your RV. If you are, you're making me really nervous. Also phone controls here. You've got your windshield washer controls, And then you also have your source control. So you have volume up and down. You've got your, you know, seek for your radio. All of those things are right here. And then you have your parking brake, left and right mirror control, heated mirrors. This is for your trailer. So this is just your trailer brake control. And then, so we have heavy tow on and off. So that's going to change the level of your coach and give you a propensity to be weighted more towards the front, so that your heavier towing object has more support in the back. So you've actually got more weight coming from the front, giving you that extra buoyancy that you need to keep your trailer, you know, going nice and smooth. House and chassis battery boost, your air horns on. It's not a joke. I'll show you those later. It's pretty awesome. You've got your power window here. I don't know why I never show this. Like, that's cool. I mean, I don't have like to worry about that because I've got a Super C which has windows, but for an RV, like not having to do that like pull it open thing is super nice. Lights, parking brake, we talked about that. Oh, okay, so I know you know that this has got a tag, but one of the things that's nice about this is you can dump your tag, but when you're using the HWH computerized leveling system, one of the things that's super cool is it's showing you that you've got which way you're pointed. So you're pointed, you know, facing forward. You can auto level or you can auto store. But what this coach will do is it will actually, when it auto levels, it will dump the rear airbags and level the coach, so you can hear that actually dumping right now. So you don't have to dump your rear tag. You can do it manually if you want, but it does it for you automatically before it actually deploys those hydraulic leveling jacks. And keep in mind, so this HWH leveling system is the same system that gives us our More floor or those hydraulic slides. So when we get out of this coach, it's going to look very different than it is when we came in. It's actually leveling right now. Sorry for the noise. The other thing that we have here is we have our engine brake, so you can see that it's on or off, and it has high, medium, and low, which is super cool. And she's probably mad that I'm actually running the engine and leveling at the same time, so we'll go ahead and do that auto level that way. But yeah, so super, super neat there. Yep, get that running. Now another feature that I want to mention is that we have, I probably should have leveled it before we got into it. Sorry, folks. Maybe we'll save that for next time. So you've got your wireless charging pads here, and then you've got this really nice camera, and this is great because you can actually take a look and see what's going on behind you. So if, for instance, you've dropped the Jeep, or if you're going to run over a rock, like everything is visible here, which is super nice. And then of course we have our standard desk, right? So we've got, you know, the place where you can do some work while you're driving down the road with a nice cup holder, wood to match. And then you'll note that also this is a wider seat, or wider seat than you've seen in the past. And the reason that is, oh goodness, Katie. The reason that is because they have an optional seat, so you can have the wider queen seat this year, or if you want the more narrow seat, you can have that as well. I always fail to mention things that are super important, but you have armrests on both sides, so that's really good when you're going down the road. And then also all of this extra storage. Oh, so that's another feature. I'm gonna have to read this because I'm not really good at these. I have a cradle point that we've installed here at the dealership. This is the new Everest Wi-Fi Ranger system. So Everest replaced the previous system last year. So it's replaced the Teton system that was offered. And this is the new updated option. So it's a better Wi-Fi system that they've offered for 2023 as well. A great place to keep your hat. As I mentioned, all of these TVs are smart TVs, so 4K smart televisions. And then I love the way that they do these cabinets so that you can actually see this continuity in the design and you don't know that they're a different size. And then let's talk a little bit about this. So as mentioned earlier, we've got 4 100-watt solar panels on top of this coach. We've got our wine guard system, so our Razor antenna is telling us we've got 14 channels that we can see. And then all of those same features that we have. So for instance, if I want to turn all the lights off, I can turn all the lights off right there. So I've just turned off the entire coach. Jody, if you want to turn on back. Now we're also going to go ahead and bring these slides in. So again, this is that HWH system, which is actually lifting that slide up and bringing it in. This is a full wall slide. And then I'm going to bring in the other one. And I think that that's one of the things that's just really important to understand. This is really a feat. I'm going to go ahead and hop on back here. I just want to show you, first of all, I'm going to grab my cell phone, but I also want to show you this walking room. So as you can see here with this walking room, I can open the refrigerator, right? Full access there. I've got access to the freezer. I have access to my pantry, so I can go ahead and cook. If I didn't mention that these are push release is a new feature starting in 2021. But most importantly here, I have access to my bathroom. So I can get in and out of the bathroom nice and easily. So really, really nice feature there. Look at all my papers. So if you guys don't know, I go through 4 hours of research on these RVs every day. Jody, you can go ahead and go first. It's fine. I'll follow you out. There's so much to learn, but it's just, I feel like I'm so blessed to have the ability to actually show you these coaches, because honestly, I'm going to let that go ahead and scream. It's mad about me setting up the jacks, but we won't hear it when we close the door. But no, it's just so nice to be able to teach people and show people, what we have to offer, because it's so hard to catch these RVs. And right now, if you move quickly, you can pick up one of our London Aires that we have on order. This year, one of the things that's happening in terms of, COVID restrictions and all of those things is really allocation of generators. So the 12.5 kilowatt generator that is in this coach is more limiting than any of the other supply issues that we have. Our air conditioning units are coming out. We're getting our awnings on time now. All of those things have kind of been quelled, but generator supply is really limited. So as you're out there in the marketplace looking to buy an RV, please note that if you are dexterous and you can use an RV video like this to put one on order, it's going to guarantee you that you get exactly what you want. Now this again is the Hayworth exterior. So as you can see, absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm so remiss, I didn't open, there's a Carefree Awning here that's also lit that I don't have deployed. We'll see that on the back on the other side. But this is a beautiful, beautiful exterior. Of course, both of these awnings can be deployed simultaneously, or you could deploy one or the other. But look at the amount of camp space that you have here. It's just incredible. So much room here to hang out and tailgate with your friends and family. Of course, we've added a shelf here above your Dometic, and this is a really nice freezer or refrigerator. You can set it to be whatever you need. So it's just great feature. I feel like they're also maybe a little more slender and less bulbous than they used to be, so the storage capacity is maybe a little bit improved. That might just be me wanting one, but that's the new CFX, so pretty cool there. And then some of these slides are on power. Of course, that floor was a porcelain tile floor. There are extra slide pieces here. And then these slides will extend out to 60% of their slide capacity. They're 1,000-pound rated slides, but what's really nice about that is they will actually extend out past your slides. So if this slide was deployed, you could still load the coach. So you don't have to bring everything in before you leave. You can actually get everything loaded, packed up, and then bring your slides in. I wonder if we're gonna have a wind sensor pop up these. So there are wind sensors on these awnings, and it's getting a little gusty right now. So this is another full extension Easy Glide. I won't put it all the way out just because. And then as I mentioned earlier, you have a Bose soundbar out here as well. You've also got outlets all over the place, but there's 2 USB ports in this cabinet, which is a great place to keep your phone. And you can listen to the television, the dash, or you could go ahead and just sync your phone to this soundbar as well. And this is a really special thing. So being able to have this TV and your booth dinette on this side is, in combination, is just great. New engineering feat for Newmar. This is a manual slide with your intervac hoses on it. And I just wanted to show you how easy it comes out and how easy it goes in. I actually prefer the manual slides to the power slides because they're a little bit faster. So this is where your filter change would be. You would plug those hoses in here if you wanted to be able to vacuum up the kids, vacuum up your dog, clean out your tow car. Was something that Brian mentioned in his video that I thought was really, really smart. He also was talking about ferrets and gerbils, so go figure. He's always got some great insight. This is what he thought you would keep oil and tire fluid. I say top shelf, Patron, Belvedere, all of your good liquor. Your mixers go down below. You've got your full bar, but you know, everyone's got their priorities. Your security lights are off right now, of course, because we push that all light off switch. And then if you aren't familiar, you've got an innie and an outie, right? So on this tag, if you see 2 innies, then this is only a forward rotation. If you see it as an outie, what it means is that there's a little piston that lifts up and allows that wheel to pivot, giving you even better parking and maneuverability and turning with this rear tag axle. So this tag being an outie means that it pivots. So these beautiful Alcoa wheels aren't just good looking, they're also very high functioning. And keep in mind that when you have an aluminum alloy versus a steel wheel, you also have a cooler wheel and a quieter wheel going down the road. Now, when we talk about quieter going down the road, here's your 15-gallon DEF tank, by the way. As you can see, there's also a system right here where you could air up your airbags individually if necessary. So that's an air override system right there. Oh, and we didn't talk about these. So this is a sensor here. This is a sensor here. This is your lane tracking package. So your blind spot assist is run off of these sensors, and there's also one in the front. I'll show you on the other side. But here are your chassis batteries, right? And then I know we talked about the 20,000 pound towing capacity, but we also talked about this ISX. I did this earlier this morning, so I knew I wouldn't hit myself in the head. As you can see, this beautiful marriage of Cummins to Spartan on this great K3 chassis is evident right here. Cummins in red, but look at how much accessibility you have to this engine. This is that hydronic fluid we were talking about. So the Oasis system is different for Newmar than that of any of its competition. The only manufacturer that has a contract with Oasis, which is really more of a marine grade hydronic system, is Newmar, and it's a fantastic system. So another lane tracking package, your radiator, there's that back side of that egress door. There's the other fuel station for your DEF fluid. So again, 15 gallons of DEF fluid. If you wanted to keep a gravity hose, you can keep a gravity hose here, or you could also keep your gloves. Again, more security lights, another lane tracking sensor here, whole house water filter. When this coach is not winterized and it is made ship shape and ready to go, this filter would be installed here, giving you water filtration for your whole house in addition to what you found in the refrigerator. I love that the London Aire has a nice paper towel dispenser above the hot and cold shower. So again, you have exterior hot and cold water as well as a power hose. And one of the things that's nice about these hoses is that if you have this plugged into city water, they put these little grommets in here so you can still keep your bay door closed and have your water line running outside, and they'll do this for the power cord as well. Now this is a Sanicon system, so what that means is that instead of having a big gravity hose, you've got this very demure more small hose that goes out this little hole right here. All of your tank fills are digital. Everything is very, very clearly labeled. Your gray point rinse and black point rinse are right here. You can tune your Sanicon on and off here, but this is the water valve to rinse out your black and gray tank. But you know, just really, really nice water bay here, or sewage bay, whatever you want to to it. Very, very clean and easy to use, and compact. So here is your 50 amp power cord, as well as a pigtail here if you wanted to use, you know, that great battery power that you have to power another, you know, something else outside. You've got access there. You've got your surge protector as well. I love the LED light, you know, in each compartment, just so you can see what's going on at night without having to look. Again, here's that Oasis dual loop Hydronic system. But the thing I wanted to mention that we haven't really talked about yet is this star foundation. So you can see here how this coach has been raised, and there's actually these big square tubular steel bars that are holding this coach up and taking all of the downward weight from those slides and putting it towards the middle of the coach. And then you've got this 3-inch subfloor that's going to keep these bays, you know, from making a lot of noise going down the road, so you'll have a quieter drive going down the road. You'll have it cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. All of those things, of course, are part of the reason that Newmar is so state-of-the-art when it comes to the way that they drive. Like I said, in addition to the star foundation, that comfort drive really makes a huge difference. This is just the other side of these power slides. And then this is where it gets really exciting. As you can see here, you've got 2 Lithionix batteries here. So your 2 Lithionix batteries, I want to make sure I did the math on the paper so I can make sure I got it right. Your 2 Lithionix batteries are going to have 320 amp hours each, and then you can get a third Lithionix batteries for 50% more. And then you also get a second inverter. So I can't tell you how many people have asked me for a second inverter. So here you go, 2 3,000 watt inverters, 2 Lithionix batteries with the availability of a third battery. This is the big new change for Newmar, and of course, in true Newmar fashion, they did it right. They tested it out with the King Air. They spent all their money in R&D to make sure that it would be a flawless system for you. And then here's that Carefree Awning package, not deployed, and then deployed. So as you can see, this is just going to give you better protection from the sun. This is the other fueling station here. So you've got a 150-gallon fuel tank, and again, more security lights, and then that front sensor for your lane tracking package is right here. So you've got a total of 6 sensors, and then I do have the RV turned on so I can open this for you. Again, this is really the game changer this year, is having access to these 12.5 generators. So 10 kilowatt, 8 kilowatt, 12.5 kilowatt generators in very high demand. So that is the powerhouse behind this coach. As you can imagine, with that much power, you can really get out and stay on the road for a long time. If you are a boondocker, it's a great coach for you. If you want to hang out in a park for 6 months, I can't think of a nicer home. Just really, really beautiful execution. There's a side camera here. There's a camera over here on the side, another security light. There's a camera up here. That's what's giving you your 360 camera. You'll notice that you don't see any of your windshield wipers here. Not only is that giving you a nice clean look, it's also going to give them better longevity. This is the 2023 London Aire, folks. We made it the whole way through. I only made a few mistakes. Feel free to comment down below. Please be kind. These are live videos. My name is Katie O'Neill. I would love to get you on the road. Again, 303-562-8659 is my direct. And if you want that MSRP, shoot me an email. I'll get it right over to you. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this has been an informative video for you guys today.